she was a rising young TV star, until one day she made the mistake of opening her front door to this man.
I feel like you know these people. It's not like they're strangers because you see them on TV all day.
Robert John Bardo, in prison for turning a celebrity crush into a murderous obsession.
Bardo was a career assassin. He knew what he wanted to be for many years, since he was 13 years old.
Tonight, Cynthia McFadden goes inside the mind of a killer with a man who makes his living protecting the rich and famous.
Prime time. Now from Washington, Sam Donaldson.
Good evening. Diane is off tonight. We've seen the headlines before. Someone famous, rich, or powerful is stalked and killed. By now, we all know the typical assassin's profile by heart. Most often a man, often obsessed with his victim, usually a loner. But wait, these killers almost always have more in common than just that. So much so, according to Gavin Becker, that their behavior can be predicted. And that helps Becker, a top security specialist, protect his famous clients from harm. Tonight he gives Cynthia McFadden and us a closer look inside the mind of the assassin.
I came away with the profound feeling that I had just interviewed one of the nation's leading experts on assassination, because he knew all about it.
Gavin Becker is talking about the day he walked into California's Vacaville prison to interview Robert John Bardo.
Bardo was a career assassin. He knew what he wanted to be for many years, since he was 13 years old.
He knew he was going to murder someone?
Absolutely. Knew it, told people, focused on it, and there were people in his history who said, this boy is going to kill somebody one day.
That somebody turned out to be Rebecca Schaefer, the young star of the TV hit My Sister Sam. The haunting question is why? Why was Bardo obsessed by the young actress, and why did he kill her? This is what he told Gavin Becker.
I didn't have an identity of what I wanted to do in anything. I was always looking for my greatest source of happiness, and it always would be that public figure. You feel like you know these people. It's not like they're strangers, because you see them on TV or I've seen them in the movies. To me, my victim wasn't a stranger.
In fact, she'd made the mistake of answering one of his letters.
She wrote, Robert, your letter was nice. Nicest and most real letter I ever received. And she wrote Rebecca. And then on the picture side, she wrote Robert, she put a heart sign and a peace sign. It encouraged me a great deal, but I could write to it whenever I wanted. To me, that was accessibility.
Over the next several years, he wrote her again and again, but she never answered, and Bardo became infuriated.
You read about him, you think you own the person. It's like ownership. If that person rejects you or whatever, it's like you want to express anger, oh, you rejected me.
The expression of that anger turned Robert John Bardo from an obsessed fan into a killer. On the morning of July 18, 1989, Rebecca Schaefer answered her front door, and Robert Bardo, unable to win her love, shot her through the heart.
I found in my experience that it's always been romantic aspirations, or the person that's a celebrity, and that is what leads me to keeps me going. It's in some ways like, to some people, what Jesus Christ is to, they're very religious about Jesus Christ. They've never met the guy, never seen the guy, but they want, it's like they want to have a personal relationship with him. And that's the same way it is with many of these people who are famous.
Like Bardo, stalkers often become so obsessed with their target, says Becker, that they're willing to accept any relationship, even a negative one. Bardo linked himself to Schaefer forever by becoming her killer, and he knew the media would help.
He knew what media was coming. He was amazed to see that after the attack, no helicopters were around to photograph him, and he was looking at USA Today, waiting for his headline to show up on USA Today.
So then he didn't expect to get away with it?
Almost no modern-day public figure attacker even has an escape plan. To get away with it would be to fail. To succeed is to be able to stand there and say, I did this, and to be heard in the world, to be seen in the world, to be powerful.
The same kind of power that the man who shot President Ronald Reagan was looking for. Becker says, in fact, John Hinckley and Robert Bardo have a lot in common.
They did things that were so remarkably similar. For example, Hinckley wanted to go to Hollywood and write songs and play guitar, so did Bardo. Hinckley worked in a fast food restaurant, so did Bardo. Hinckley tried a half-hearted suicide attempt, so did Bardo. Hinckley took a bus to his final attack scene, so did Bardo. Hinckley obsessed on a young actress prior to the one he actually pursued, so did Bardo. And there are about 35 of these quite remarkable similarities, some of them really extraordinary, like Hinckley, in the days prior to his assassination attempt, went and visited the Dakota building, where Chapman had killed John Lennon. So did Bardo. I mean, they did extraordinary things. We know that all three of them made a point of bringing the Catcher in the Rye to their assassination trip.